Starting Reefer, bringing you guys an update of what's going on with this tank. This is the Red Sea Reefer 525 XL. This was the deluxe model. There's not really much of an update, I guess. It's more of letting you guys know what's been going on. I told you guys that the silicone here was missing from last time. As you guys can see, it's right there. There's a piece of silicone missing. You guys can't really tell, but it's there. I can assure you it's right there. You can see my finger moving on it. It's missing. The stand, I still have some defects on it. You guys can tell right here. There's that, and I think that's really right now what you can see, but with the naked eye you can see it's like a big old circle that goes all the way around here. There's a couple more dings and dents on it. Anyways, so this is what's going on with it. I've been dealing with this issue since day one. I called Marine Depot after it was delivered, after it got off the truck and the box was falling apart where this thing came in. It was falling apart, and I let them know, I'm like, hey, I don't want this delivery. I'm not accepting it. What do you guys want me to do? The delivery company does not want to take it back. I told them that all the stuff that was damaged with it, everything that was going on, was just making me feel uncomfortable keeping something with this. And the reason, I'm not trying to be, one of those customers that's really problematic. I'm not that type of person. If nothing was wrong with this unit, I would have been fine. If there was a couple screws missing on the box, I would have been fine, no problem. But with me having two children, have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, I'm not really happy with keeping something that was damaged on arrival. I don't know what condition this tank is. Right now it looks nice and looks beautiful and everything, whatever you guys want to think about it. It looks fine, but the way it was delivered, I'm not happy. I don't know if it was structurally damaged somewhere that I'm not seeing. That later on, when this thing gets full of water, once this thing gets full of water, it's gonna weigh about 1,900 pounds. And if this thing were to fall on one of my kids, it can cause some serious damage or even kill one of my children, especially my 3-year-old, even my 5-year-old. And so that's one of the concerns that I told Retzi, because I didn't even understand why I was even talking to Retzi. I had bought this tank from a Marine Depot, and I thought everything was gonna go through Marine Depot, and Retzi started getting a hold of me, trying to ask me questions, trying to figure out what was going on. And so I explained everything to them of what's going on with the tank, and I told them all my concerns and everything. They finally said, we are not getting you a new unit. The only thing that I can get you is the tank part, but we're not getting you the bottom stand. You can keep that stand and we'll send you the top portion of it. Nothing's wrong with the sump. I've checked the sump from back and up and down, left and right, top to bottom, and I don't see anything wrong with it. So the only thing that I do see wrong with is just the stand and the tank itself. And I told him, I was like, I denied this tank. She even asked me, the lady I spoke to over the phone, she even asked me, she's like, did you deny the order? I told her I denied it the same day, and I called Marine Depot that same day to let them know that I had denied the order. And she told me, okay, well, let me figure out what I can do. She said she talked to her supervisor. She went all the way up to the CEO of Red Sea, which I think that's a bunch of bullshit. And she said that they all said no, they're not delivering a new bottom, just the top. And personally, I'm not happy with it. I will never buy anything from Red Sea again in my life. This is the last transaction I do with them. Unless they fix this problem, I probably might change my mind on this. But so far, from the excuses they gave me, which the lady at Red Sea said that if I wanted to get a whole new unit, I would have to send this unit back and pay out of my pocket, which I don't understand why. When the day the delivery company showed up on June 4th, when the company showed up, I denied the order, and I told the company, take it back, I'm not accepting this. And the delivery company denied it. They didn't want to take it back. I don't know why they wouldn't take it back. They just said, no, we're not taking it back. I told the guy to get a hold of the supervisor. He called the supervisor, and he told him that, hey, the customer doesn't want the order. What should I do? He said, just tell the customer to write everything down that's wrong with the tank, and, call whoever sent it out to him or whoever shipped it out to him, which was Red Sea or Marine Depot, and let them know what's going on. So even before the delivery guy left, I called Marine Depot and I told them, I called my customer service rep, and I told them that you know, this was going on with the tank, this was happening, everything on the box was damaged. Even that day, my lights were stolen. My AI hydras were stolen. It was supposed to have 3 of them, and the hydras never showed up. And so it's one of those things that is just very upsetting. And like I said, guys, you know, this is not something that Marine Depot and Red Sea are at fault. It's the delivery companies. I keep blaming the delivery companies, but the whole fact that Red Sea tried to make me be responsible for what the delivery company wanted to do is not acceptable. As a customer that I paid so much money for this item, I would have expected them to be like, oh, okay, well, you know what, you're right, this is what happened to the item, and this is what's going on, let us try to get it fixed and correct it. Unfortunately, that's not how they worked. And you know, they try to get me to send this thing out to them if I wanted a new unit and pay out of pocket. I'm not gonna pay out of pocket. This thing, to be able to send it back to Houston, Texas, would cost me an arm and a leg. It would cost me probably half of what the tank it cost, and I'm not gonna pay that because that was not my problem. Second of all, for them to have made me keep something that I'm not comfortable with, you know, because I honestly don't feel comfortable with this stand, just because of the whole fact that I don't know how defective it is somewhere inside. She was telling me that if the tank was defective or the stand was defective, I would be able to see it. Yes, you're right, I might be able to see it, but what about if there's something inside that's defective and damaged, can't withstand the pressure of the tank once it's full of water, and later on it falls? You know, my 90 gallon right now, it's about to fall. Unfortunately, I'm the one who built the stand, and I did not build it right. It was built in a rush, trying to get everything worked out while I was moving from my other house here. You know, it's one of those things that now I'm being forced to keep something that I don't have. And now I called Marine Depot today. Like I said, guys, I don't blame this on Marine Depot. It's not their fault. There's nothing. Their hands are tied just as mine are tied. I'm sorry for the squealing. That's my son. I don't know what he's doing. He's in the bathroom. Anyways, so you know, like I said, I don't blame Marine Depot. You know, it's just one of those things. Their hands are tied just as mine are, but it's one of those things that Marine Depot is now telling me that the tank was supposed to ship on Monday, and now with everything with the hurricane that happened, they can't ship it out. I completely understand about the hurricane. I feel bad for what's happening in Texas. If I had the opportunity to go help, trust me, I would volunteer my time to go help. Unfortunately, I can't. And I feel bad for all those people. I completely understand. But even before this whole hurricane thing happened with Hurricane Harvey, I had actually told Red Sea, and I had actually told Marine Depot, hey, I denied this tank. I did not want it, which was, you know, June 4th, when the tank showed up. I had denied it, and I told them, I don't want the tank, take it back. And they didn't want to take it back. That's when everything should have been fixed. Hey, you know, he doesn't want the tank. Let's take it back. Let's get him a new one. Everything would have been different. Everybody else, Red Sea would have been happy. Marine Depot would have been happy. I would have been happy. But no, everybody now is blaming Marine Depot's blaming Red Sea. Red Sea is blaming me. You know, I'm having to call back Marine Depot and let them know what's going on. And it's one of those things that I'm just trying to figure out who is going to try to get me my item and try to get me compensated for what's going on. Now, they said that supposedly Red Sea sending me a care package. We have no idea what that care package includes. For all the problems that I've been going through and all this hassle, it better be something good. I already told Marine Depot today that if this doesn't get fixed, I'm going to get a hold of my credit card company and I'm going to dispute the charges, because this is something that I'm receiving something defective. And I just want you guys, the buyer, to be aware of what's going on with my situation, so that if you guys are in the same problem and you are getting the tank that shows up in the manner mine showed up in, you guys can look at my previous video of how this item showed up. Deny it, send it back, don't keep it, because you're going to be going through this problem that I'm going through with right now. And try to see if either, you know, the company you're ordering from has it at the warehouse, not at the distribution center, which is Red Sea. Have them at their warehouse, and if they do have it at their warehouse, have it shipped and paid for. Other than that, deny the order if it does show up like this. So anyways, this is my message to you guys, my update of what's going on. I'm sorry for the rant, but it's just, you know, very frustrating that this keeps happening to me. And Red Sea and Marine Depot right now don't want to help. Anyways, guys, be bringing up more videos and updates of what's going on. So see you guys in the next one. All right, take it easy.